Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You're watching What's Rakesh Up To, and I'm Rakesh. What am I up to today? I'll be reviewing my 3-month-old Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G. Let's get right into this video. This is my phone. It's been 3 months since I bought this phone. It was way back in February that I bought this. This is a premium flagship, and this is the best that Samsung has to offer as of now. I mean, before the next Note series comes out. This is a 12 GB RAM model with 256 gigs of storage, and also this is in phantom black color. Let me just get this case out of here just to show you the color. And yeah, so this is a phantom black color. I really love this color. As they say, once you go black, you never go back. So yeah, always had black phones, always been fascinated with this color. Then this matte finish really brings out the best of this phone. And I'm not going to bug you with most of the specs of this phone. I think there are better YouTubers, bigger YouTubers who do a better job of showing you what this phone is capable of in a very detailed level right after its launch, so you can watch them. But yeah, this is gonna be a true to life usage of this phone from a average customer who's using it for a daily usage purpose from the past 3 months. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through 5 things that I love about this phone and 5 things that I don't like about this phone. Okay, so let's get right into this. So the first thing I really love about this phone is its display, and this is a 6.8-inch display. This is a Super AMOLED display with 120 Hz refresh rate. So yeah, and coming to the refresh rate, right? So before this I had a Note 10 Plus, Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which was also a flagship phone. It had a 60 Hz display, and I don't need to stress on that. It was a basic display. It didn't have any high refresh rate, and coming from a 60 Hz display to a 120 Hz display, it felt really buttery smooth. So this display was right out there, and I was like mesmerized to see this display. It really gave me a new dimension of what a phone can feel with the touch also, right? So that's the first thing that I love about it. It's a 120 Hz refresh rate phone, and also it can work with 120 Hz and Quad HD display. So you can change the setting. Before this, I think in S20 Ultra you didn't have the feature of changing that back to you can either use a high refresh rate or you can use the Quad HD. So that's one thing that I want to add there. The second best thing, right, going to the second one, the second best thing is the camera. So I bought this phone mainly for the camera. So I am someone who loves, like I said, I love creating content and taking pictures. So this is one of the best phones, and I've always been a fan of Samsung and how the colors are portrayed in their image processing. This has got a 108 megapixel camera. It's got a lot of cameras, which I mean 5 different punch holes here that showcases the camera. It's got a periscope camera, it's got the wide angle, it's got a normal camera which is 108 megapixel with a huge sensor, and also a time of flight sensor, a flash, and also a macro sensor. The camera is really great. I would add few photos for your reference which I've taken from this phone, and the dynamic range, the color, and the processing of the Samsung Samsung software is really great. Also, coming to the video, it can record or it can shoot 8K videos. I know you don't need 8K at this current generation, or in 2021 you don't need 8K, but it can shoot 8K. So it's an added advantage if you want to shoot 8K. If you have the memory or the storage to shoot 8K longer videos, you can do this on this phone. You can do it on this phone. Okay, so also it can do 4K and all the other frame rates or anything that you can shuffle between, right? So it can do a lot of things with this camera. And also coming to the night mode or the night photography, it is a decent one. I'm not gonna say it's better than Google or Apple, but it has a very decent night capturing capability. So that's the second thing I like about the phone. The third thing is the battery backup. This is got a 5000 mAh battery. 5000 mAh battery is a huge deal, at least in 2021, where phones have around 4000 or 4000 to 5000 it's a decent range. So this with 5000 mAh and with the 120 Hz refresh rate and all the usage that you should have, it is really necessary to have this big of a battery. And with my usage, right, my usage is I can say I'm a power user as in I use a lot of social media apps. I use it for image editing. This is like my main driver for images and video editing, so this does most of my work there. So I use it most of the day for all these purposes, and also for the camera. It sucks in a lot of battery for video recording, all that, right? So it gives me anywhere from 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, and it can take me through the day. So no problem, if I charge it early in the morning, it can take me till midnight or even the next day at times. So it's a very good battery. I mean, no complaints about the battery. And the fourth point I like about this phone is the build quality. This is a Samsung flagship model, so the build quality is something that you should expect it to be up there, obviously. Kotilwa. So it is a well-built phone. So it's got a Gorilla Glass back and front, which is the latest Gorilla Glass, and also it has a metal bezel around the camera, which really gives it a premium look. And I think the design really goes well with the glass sandwich design, and it's a sleek phone. I'm not gonna say it's the thinnest of the phone, but yeah, it is a well-built phone. I mean, it is a well-built phone. And also sometimes people ask me whether isn't it too big for your hand. I mean, it's never too big. It's okay if you have more inches. So this is about the build quality, and I'm not gonna say it's the best build quality. It's not sluggish, or it's not, you don't feel it's cheap, but yeah, it could be better in few areas. But again, this is a very nicely built phone. Okay, going to the last point that I love about this phone. This is the fifth one which I love about this phone. This is the haptics. Haptics is something that people kind of not take seriously in premium phones. Haptics are nothing but the way the phone responds when you type. So I really, like I said, I really use the phone a lot. Message madake. So I really use the phone a lot. So, and the way the phone responds back to you, the vibration motor, the small touches, that really important for me, at least. I mean, from my standpoint, that's really important for me. So that way, it is something that I look forward to in a very premium phone, and the haptics in this are. And so these are the 5 things that I really love about this phone, or really like using or enjoying about this phone. And let me get to the next 5 points that I really don't like about the phone. I mean, there should be good and bad, right? So 5 things I really don't like is, the first thing is the camera or the heating issue. So I'm not sure how many people know this, but this phone tends to heat up a bit more than what is usual when you're using the camera for a longer time. So like I said, I bought this phone for the camera, and sometimes it limits me from using the camera for a long time, because it heats up, man. It really heats up, and sometimes really heats up. It goes up to 42 degrees, and my mom wants to use it for omelette. It becomes like a tawa, pakka tawa agate idu. So the only thing I can do is I'll have to switch it off, make it cool. It's happened to me once or twice in this last 3 months, but going through few forums online where people have expressed their similar concerns, right? So it is reduced in the previous updates. Like there was a previous security patch update that came in last month, and after that it's kind of reduced, and I think it may reduce in the next update, is what the forums or the Samsung people are telling me. But again, this is a big sensor, and I think it is kind of using a lot of power, and that's why it gets heated up in this particular portion actually. So that's the first thing that I really hate about this phone. Okay, the second thing is no headphone jack. So I'm not complaining. I've used this Note 10 earlier, so that also didn't have a headphone jack, but again that had a stylus, and there was a small explanation of why they couldn't put a headphone jack. But come on guys, this is a huge phone, and don't tell me there is no space for a 3.5mm jack here. I mean, you could have done it. Samsung, you could have done it if you wanted it, but again, you need to sell your buds, so that's a good strategy. But I'm not complaining. I use the Galaxy buds myself and they're really good, but whenever you connect a 3.5mm jack and listen to the audio from a premium headphone, that experience is something that the wireless can't beat, right? So that's I know it's a small complaint, but for me at least, right, for me who I love music, I love listening to music, and that's a very important thing. And the main inconvenience it causes is when you're out with your friends or in a party where you need to connect a 3.5mm jack, they don't have Bluetooth or they don't have anywhere to connect your phone to. That time it really gets annoying where people start looking at you like an alien, like you don't have a headphone jack or something, and guru ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ilva. So those things is what I get sometimes because of the headphone jack missing here. Okay, so please next time Samsung, just somewhere here, just one. Okay, so getting back to my point, so that's the second. The third thing that I don't like about this phone is this is a Exynos processor phone. I'm not sure if people give a damn about the processor, but for me at least, right, this is an Exynos model because they sell it that way in India and most of the other countries, and I think only in US or the North America you get the Snapdragon 888 version. I've heard that Snapdragon 888 version has lesser heating problems, it has better image processing, it has better quality of taking pictures and all that, right? So I really miss that. I'm not telling it's a immediate downside for it's not an immediate downside as such, but it would be really great having a 888 processor, right? Like that's the best Snapdragon made, and it should have been there. I mean, it's still fast, but that would be a better option in this phone. So that's the third thing I don't like about this phone. So the next thing is it's a heavy phone. Tumba bara ide. So this is not a small display, or it's not a small phone as such. It weighs close to 200 grams, and without a case it's still heavy, and if you put a case it feels like a grenade in your hand. You can really attack someone, you can kiri kadre, you can use this to belt people. So trust me, I mean, at least this part, right, it's really durable, and you can whack someone in this, right? So this is a heavy phone, and it's a good thing in a way because I know it's always there in my pocket. They could have reduced the weight, I'm not sure, maybe it's because of the battery, but as a customer I felt it's a little heavier than the older phones that I've used from Samsung. So yeah, so that's the fourth thing. And the last bit I just want to tell about is the pricing. Come on, I mean, you can tell ಅಯ್ಯೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ, but as a customer, if you go back to the previous model, the flagship one which came before this, the S series, right, S20 Ultra, that was priced anywhere from 92 to 95, which was decent for a flagship phone, and this is way above 1 lakh pricing, and with just minimal physical appearance changes. I think even the camera, everything is similar. I think few things is changed, but they could have priced it below 1 lakh, and they could have had more sales. I mean, I would have recommended this phone if not for the price to everyone around me. But yeah, if you have the price, it's a really good phone for that price too. But that's one downside I see. I mean, if I would have saved around 8 or 10,000, I would have got some other headphones or a wireless one which had better sound quality, right? So that way, thinking as a normal customer, yeah, that's one thing is also a downside for me. So these were the 5 things I love, 5 things I don't love about this phone. The last thing I want to mention was I bought this phone with the pre-booking offer. So I got the smart tag. If for guys who don't know what this is just a tracker for your keys. So I'm using it for my car key, so that if I lose it or keep it somewhere where I don't find it, I can use my phone app and locate it and then find it. Okay, so this is really useful, and I got this as a free gift because I pre-booked the phone way ahead of time, way ahead of it coming to the stores. And the second thing I got is, if you have not noticed, this is a Galaxy Watch Active 2. Nice product. So this is a Watch Active 2. I'm using it from the time I got it, and I just got this for around $900 after buying the phone, which is a very good deal. So yeah, with these two and exchanging my old phone, I got a pretty good deal, and I know I shouldn't be complaining about the price after getting all this, but just putting it out there. Guru, money is money. So these were the few things or the few things I love and few things I don't love over this phone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give a like, share it with your friends, and please support content creators like me, and with your support I will try and create more videos. And if you liked my video, you know what to do: like, share, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.